let me give you a 2-year post-mortem since we started dealing with this issue. MicroStrategy had a $500 million of cash, and we saw interest rates at 0, and we saw the stock market inflated in the summer of 2020, and we said, well, what are we going to invest in? And we looked around at everything. Should I buy gold? Should I buy land? Should I buy art? Should I buy some crypto asset? And what's going to happen next? So what we did is we decided to buy Bitcoin, and we bought $250 million of Bitcoin August 10th, 2020. And then around September 10th or so of 2020, we bought another $175 million of Bitcoin or something like that. And then we started buying Bitcoin more in December, and we kept buying Bitcoin. We ended up buying nearly $4 billion, $3.97 billion of Bitcoin over that time period. So in terms of like our strategy, MicroStrategy has just bought as much Bitcoin as we get our hands on since August 10th of 2020. And in that time period, stocks gyrated north, they gyrated south, currencies have changed. So let me tell you what's happened. MicroStrategy stock, our stock is up 94% since that day.
Wow.
Bitcoin is up 77% since that day. The S&P index is up about 18%. The NASDAQ index is up 7.5%. Gold is down 16%. The bond market, if you just bought bonds, they're down 18%. Bonds are down 18%. And silver, if you think silver was better than gold, it's down 32%.
Jesus.
Now, if you go on and say, okay, well, fine, let's just buy big tech. If you had bought the greatest of the big tech companies is Google. Google is up 41%. Apple is up 39%. Microsoft's up 22%. You might have won. Those were all better investments than the S&P. Much better than NASDAQ, much better than gold. Not as good as Bitcoin, not as good as MicroStrategy. But if you bought Amazon, you're down 18%. That was overvalued in the summer of 2020. Like, a bunch of 20-somethings were just buying Amazon because they thought, well, we're all ordering Amazon stuff, so it must be good. Well, when you buy something that everybody else understands to be good at the same time they all agree with you, it's normally bad.
Yeah.
Facebook is down 41% since then. Netflix is down 54% since then. So half the big tech got shellacked. The other half did pretty good. And now, last point, what if you bought enterprise software? We compete against companies 100 times as big as us. Oracle, SAP, Microsoft. Oracle is up 39%, IBM's up 6%, Salesforce is down nearly 20%, SAP is down 45%. So, summary for us, MicroStrategy's strategy was buy as much Bitcoin as you can and buy it with equity and debt. We borrowed money. We borrowed $2.2 billion at a blended interest rate of like 2% or 1.8%. So we borrowed cheap money while money was cheap, and we bought Bitcoin. Now people are saying, that's stupid because Bitcoin was trading up and then it traded down. At the end of the day, if your time horizon is a decade or longer, if you can borrow the money for longer than 5 or 6 years and you can hold it through the volatility, then raising cheap money, grabbing billions of dollars at low interest, and then investing in a scarce, desirable asset that's got sort of a technology appeal and holding it for a long period of time, that's going to be a good strategy. That's why our stock is outperforming Bitcoin. That's why we're outperforming all the enterprise software companies, all the big tech companies. And the reason Bitcoin's outperforming all the other asset classes is because it's scarce, it's desirable, it's technical. No one's going to write a piece of software to make gold better. You're not going to put gold on 1 billion iPhones. Whereas Lightning is a protocol that's been rolling out lately. Square Cash App or Blocked Cash App put Lightning right into Cash App. It means that you can send $100 of Bitcoin to anybody in the world on a Saturday afternoon for less than a penny, instantly, peer to peer.
Ok, acabamos de ver a Michael Saylor, uno de los gurús de Bitcoin, uno de mis favoritos. Acabamos de ver cómo Michael Saylor desmiente el argumento de que a Bitcoin le está yendo mal. En realidad, si lo comparas con otras acciones, si lo comparas con el oro, con las acciones tecnológicas, a Bitcoin le ha ido muy bien en comparación. Si te fijas en Netflix o, por ejemplo, en Amazon, han caído más que el Bitcoin. También, como menciona Michael Saylor, si lo comparas con la plata, el Bitcoin se ha comportado muy bien a pesar de la crisis actual. De lo que se trata es de presentarles todas estas personas del mundo de Bitcoin que no conocemos el mundo de YouTube en español. Les iré poniendo segmentos subtitulados, más contenido de Michael Saylor, de Max Kaiser, de Greg Foss. Están viendo este video en YouTube, chequen en la descripción, ahí tenemos otros enlaces. No dice, también ahí vamos a tener nuestros videos. Estaré subiendo regularmente nuevos videos subtitulados. Por favor, sean pacientes, pues es un trabajo laborioso. Si quieren apoyar mi trabajo, también consideren visitar a nuestro patrocinador, retrojuegosmx.com. Si les gustó este video, no olviden compartir, suscribirse y darle like. De nuevo, gracias por ver y compartir, y gracias por quedarse hasta el final. Hasta un próximo video subtitulado.